Hey,
What's up?
hey,
What's up? What's
beautiful.
up? Hey, gorgeous.
What's going on, co-host?
Nothing much. Happy New Year. We
Happy
are
New
here,
Year.
back
Yes,
in full effect,
absolutely.
girl.
Yes, it's been a little minute,
Yes, it
but we're
has.
back. But we're
We are
back.
back.
Yes. Let's introduce. This is Opinions, our live podcast on YouTube, live Facebook. I am Ebony Nicole. She is.
Elisa Matissa.
Welcome, guys.
Welcome,
What's
welcome, welcome. We are back. I missed all of you guys. I missed you too, Ebony. And
yes.
I'm happy to be back. It feels like it's natural. Like
Right.
this
It
is
feels
like
good. Like
it
we
does.
home.
It feels good. It's
Yes.
January, a new day, a new year,
Hmm.
clean slate, clean canvas.
Yes. 2021.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes, yes.
So what have you been doing throughout the what was your New Year's plans coming into 2021? What
As
did you get
far as
into
the year, or what was my plan for that day?
for the day? Like what did you do for the new year?
Oh,
What did you
for the new year, I was away on an island in the Caribbean. You know what I'm saying? I
Okay.
almost got locked up abroad, but I
Oh
made
God.
it through. You went after me. So wait, did you experience any like curfews, anything? Because where you were staying, it was later. Like the
Yes,
curfew was at 10. Where I was at, it was 7.
it was 10 p.m. Now I don't know if anybody on here that I work with, so I ain't go nowhere. Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But
Girl, you
yeah,
gotta yeah.
I heard it was curfew over that way at 10 o'clock.
Well, let me tell you, I almost got locked up abroad. Hey Danielle, hey Mom, our
Hey, Danny.
regular
Hey, Ma.
supporters, always every day. Thanks, Mom, for the
Yes.
congratulations. It's our 1 year anniversary.
Yes, it's our anniversary.
Oh
Our
yeah. Oh
anniversary.
yeah.
Okay, so go ahead. What did you do for the
Oh
new
yeah,
year?
so I was in Jamaica and it was beautiful out there. The weather, it did not rain. Maybe once it rained real quick, like how it do in the Caribbean, and it was
Right.
beautiful. But yeah, I was out past curfew. I was wrong. I shouldn't have been out past curfew, but I was out past curfew all day, every day. I'm on vacation, but I do normally follow rules. But
Yes,
so we
Donna,
got
I heard. Go ahead. Welcome, Donna. She's like, yeah, I heard it was a curfew.
Yeah, the curfew was 7 o'clock in the grill in
Yeah,
Jamaica. Like
that's
7
crazy.
o'clock. Like, come on. Even they didn't even extend it for the New Year's or for Christmas.
Right.
Like,
Right.
come on. Why wouldn't you extend it like 7 o'clock? And when I tell you their curfew is way worse than us in the tri-state area in America. Okay, their
Really.
curfew is at 7 o'clock. Nothing is open. No gas stations. If your car gets stuck, one time when I was with my friends, it was like 5:50 and we was like in the mountains somewhere. And since
Hmm.
everything closes down at 6, when I tell you, I thought we was gonna fall off the mountain because he was driving so fast to catch that gas station before 7.
Or
Before
clothes.
no, but everything closed at 6 p.m. But the curfew's at
Wow.
7. But gas
Okay,
stations,
gotcha.
everything has to close. And when I
Wow.
tell you he was speeding off that mountain, because you know, out there so many cliffs and mountains, and it's two-way streets out there. It be on a
Gotcha.
cliff and why is it two-way? I don't understand. But
I
when he was
say.
speeding off that mountain to go to the gas station before 6 o'clock, I just had to pray to God. I just
Lord,
had to pray, and
please.
prayer works because I thought we was gonna topple over that mountain.
Right.
But
So
we
you was
made
in
it.
Jamaica. Good stuff.
Yeah, and it was beautiful. It was definitely a great New Year. Brought it in with my friends, my girlfriends, the natives
Nice.
over there. It was beautiful. How was your
Nice.
New Year's?
My New Year's was good. I was in North Carolina. That's where I am currently looking for a home right now. And
Yes,
so,
girl.
yes, I finally really got an opportunity to stay down there a little longer and do a little house hunting, just chilled with friends and, people that I grew up with is down in North Carolina. So I got a chance to hang out and catch up. Just a relaxing time. It was just so chill. And we went into the new year with a friend of mine's, her family, and we just had a good time. Good time.
And then how do you think, besides just the day, what about overall? And you guys pitch into in the chat, like how was your New Year's? Do you think like it was a great New Year with the pandemic? Like how do you feel overall?
It actually was a great one. To be honest with you, I just felt like 2020 was kind of like a lot of heartaches for a lot of people, but it also was victorious for me. My business bloomed, thank God, so a lot of things that I wanted to celebrate, not just be like, oh, this happened. A lot of my family was sick in the beginning of the year, but God brought them out. So it was kind of like a rejoicing time for me as well. And like I said, I went into 2021, sat there, meditated, like prayed a little bit, and just enjoyed my friends. And so, yeah, so I went into it like a positive vibe, like 2020, it got to get better than this in 2020.
Absolutely.
So it was pretty cool. How about yourself?
I feel like considering with the pandemic, just working remote and doing everything remote, I really think I'm kind of like the type of person that looks at the glass as half full as opposed to half empty. And right. I just always have to dwell on the positives, not so much the negatives. And I just think there was so many positives that came out of this. Like a lot of people lost their jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of things happened. People got corona. When I tell you I've been tested like numerous times, because a few times I got sick. Besides traveling, I needed a test in order to go away. But thank God, even when I thought I had it, when I was getting a fever last week, it was negative. Like, so I just think we got to count our blessings. You know, we don't have corona.
Right.
We weren't at risk. And thank God, like we got our jobs. We still getting paid while we're at home.
Exactly.
Like we got our businesses. Like it's just such a blessing. And I think this blessing that we've learned and, during COVID, even me just being at home, opening up a website, doing another website for a business. Like I wouldn't have focused on my website, my t-shirts, my journals, if I wasn't home with all this time on my hands. Exactly. I wouldn't have had time to do the things that I'm able to do.
Yes.
That's gonna bring like, things, it's gonna go forward in 2021.
Right.
So it's like that wouldn't have happened.
I think this time definitely the pandemic gave us time to really, really start doing what we really love, like our little side hustles. Like you eat, you sew and you make things. And I seen over, the pandemic, you doing your thing. Like it just gave us time. It just gave us time to really do what you do that you love, that you did not have time for. You know what I'm saying? Start that business. You have like 10 friends with smart and have that, that outgoing spirit. Come on, get it done. Let's get this money.
Yeah, and like they say, if your circle's not uplifting you, inspiring you in some kind of way, you got to get a new circle. And I'm telling you, we was doing it. Okay, you was doing it. That inspired me.
You inspire me. Stop playing. Right? But that's how it's supposed to be. We supposed to jump off each other. We supposed to bounce off each other. Like when I see you doing, I'm like, dang, come on, I gotta step up my game. Putting it down. Like we supposed to be our support system and push each other to do better, to want to do better. So you're right. Get you a new circle if you don't got them friends that's pushing you or that's inspiring you. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And like my mom said, a new president. Was you afraid after the the insertion or whatever they call it into the Capitol? Like I was like afraid for us as
I was minorities. Absolutely.
And, I'm just glad that we okay for now.
Yeah.
You still don't even know what's about to go down. Like I still am not breathing easy yet.
Right. Yeah. But that's what the devil wants us to do. And I don't want to be really churchy, but I am, right? The devil wants us to be fearful. Like, oh, y'all think y'all got a new president? We're going to start some, but no, we just got to continue to be prayed up, to stay prayerful, pray for our president, our vice president, and our country. And God is going to do the rest. So I have this positive vibe that we're going to be good. We're going to see change in 2021. And that's what we just got to do. You know what I'm saying?
Looking at the glass, half full, not half empty. Exactly. That's what we're doing.
Exactly.
Yes. So our anniversary. What you was going to say? You was
our anniversary. Nope, I was going to say that. Anniversary. Do you believe it's been 1 year, E?
It went by so, and you know why it went by so fast? And the only thing, like I said, we gotta look at the glass as half full, not half empty. But the only thing I look at as half empty is we literally only got a month and a half to be together and doing our podcast. And I really love, and I think the audience, our opinionites, love when we're together too in the same room. Like I love our vibe in the same. Like I miss us being together in the same room, and we only got to do it a month and a half, and then the pandemic started where everybody started dying and the world was shut down. So we didn't even get to, that's the only thing, you know, that's it made it go by fast, but you know what? We made it happen even without being in the same room. We figured it out with what we doing now.
Exactly. And that's what you do. When one thing don't work out, you got to do something else, like, or keep pushing. And I'm super proud of us because we could have been like, yo, that's it. You know, we ain't doing this. You know, the country, or when we shut down and the pandemic, but we still maintained and we came on every Sunday. You know, we missed a few, but we stayed with it. And so that's a testimony where you continue to be, you know, just proactive, keep going. And I'm encouraging everybody out there, when you start something, finish it. You know, don't get discouraged, don't give up, finish it. You can do it. You got this. We got to continue to encourage one another. Hey, Monique, my cousin is on. Hey, Miss Jackson.
Yes, Miss Jackson and Monique. Thank you guys for tuning into our live.
We see you guys in Facebook chat. Thank you guys for joining us, taking this journey down for the year. We're going to go down this journey. It's been eventful. It's been funny. It's been some stories been sad, but we had to report them and talk on them. So you want to start to go down the memory lane?
Let's how did it all start between you and I? Like that's where we got to start from, is why did we do this podcast? Like us being friends and stuff like that, which I'm sure people have heard, but it's like we have different audiences every week,
right?
So, which is great,
right?
So should I start out?
Yeah, you can start
out. Okay.
You want to start? Okay.
Yeah.
So me and E is been friends for years. We started off in a law firm where we worked and we met. And she came up with this opportunity for us to do this podcast. She gave me a call one day. Listen, I got an idea. And I'm like, oh boy, because E be having some ideas. Okay.
It's always something on the top of my head. I swear to God.
I'm like this. Oh man, what's the idea, E?
What's she doing now?
What's she doing now? What's up? Right. So she says to me, let's do a podcast. And I'm like, a podcast? And I'm like, well, you know what? To be honest, my cousin Destiny had asked me to do a podcast with her like a few months prior. And I think for me, I wasn't really ready. I was just starting out the business really, and you know, really busy with that. And I knew I wasn't going to be dedicated to it like I would want it. You know, I wouldn't want to be not dedicated. I want to be dedicated to it. And so that really didn't work out. But then you called me asking, and I'm like, God, why you keep on throwing this podcast to me? I'm really a private person. I'm really not, I don't want to be telling my business, but I knew I had to be vulnerable. I knew I had to be transparent if I started this podcast. So I prayed about it and I was like, you know what, E, let's do it. Let's do it. If we can reach out and help and encourage and just make, you know, somebody's Sunday nice and laugh, let's do it.
Absolutely.
And when did we start? A week later, we was on it. So you want to take over?
Well, I thought about the idea because I know you always talked about, you know, you into the girl power. You definitely always talking about, you know, girls and we got to empower each other. And I know I feel like that too. And I just feel like there's so much information that we can exchange between each other and our conversations, and as well as just learning from people that's in the chat room, having guests. Like, it's like, I wanted to have like a platform where, you know, just like with us, because I just feel like we have a good rapport with each other anyway, and we can just exchange our thoughts without it being like combative. So it's just like, then my brother had a sports podcast like going on, where he's like talking about sports or whatever. And then I saw his podcast and it was like, I always wanted to do podcasting, like I said, just to inspire each other and we can all just, you know, learn from one another. And
Absolutely.
when I see that my brother had the whole setup, he know how to do it. I didn't know nothing about streaming, nothing. But
Right.
I always tried
Right.
to piggyback off of anybody, whether you my mother, my brother,
Uh-huh.
whoever. It's like,
And
you
you will
know
be
what?
Googling. Let me Google. This
Whoop,
is what I found
I'm
out.
the
Hey, we could do
Google.
this.
I'm the Google queen. Okay. So it's like when I know my brother had it, it's like, wait, let me piggyback off of him and see how we can get this podcast and going. Yo,
Yes.
Ebony, let's do this now. Now is the time. It's the new year's about to begin. And then I spoke to my brother. I was like, listen, we coming out there the new year. What day you available?
Right.
And it's like, I don't even be asking.
Like,
It's like, I'll make
what
a
can we
demand.
come?
I'll
What
be
day?
like,
What time?
exactly. I don't even ask like, can you help me? No. What day are you
Right.
available? Because me and my friend
Right.
are coming out there.
Right. Right. When are you
And
going to be
my brother
available?
lived in Delaware, so we went out to Delaware, and then we just like he showed us how to edit. He set up the camera. Remember, he was out for a while. He just set the camera, and we just
And we just took off.
and we
Right.
wait. What's that? You know when they and we did it,
And we did it.
yes.
We sat in his kitchen and he helped us with the lighting. And I think earlier in the day, we just talked about like what was our like our agenda, like what did we want to get? Because that was my main thing. What do we want to get out of this podcast? I just don't want to be the old regular spagula. I wanted to really encourage, and I wanted our guests to encourage us because we definitely can learn from one another. And so we got in the kitchen and we just really had girl talk. It was kind of like normal, like we always do. Like we chop it up and, we give our advice and no, I don't think. And it just was a dope first day at your brother's house. And shout outs to your brother because he helped us. Like he was up with us. You know what I'm saying? We stayed over and he stayed. We did our bloopers when we tried to do our introduction. Yeah. That's what we need to play. But he was so helpful. So
like he was editing it, he uploaded it, he did everything. And it was like from that, I took it all in. We took it all in, and it was like, okay, we just
a wrap.
Yeah. And then it was just like every weekend from there, it was like your house, my house, and we just alternated between houses. And then that was that was January 4th. And then the pandemic happened in March.
We was like, what we gonna do, E? We can't even be together. Like we can't even, what we gonna do? We didn't know about streaming and you know what I'm saying? We could be side to side. We don't even gotta be together.
Zooming. Like who knew about Zoom? Exactly. Like I know my firm never did no Zooms, and even at work, I never really did Zooms, but it's like we learned that like within a damn week in order to get this podcast going, still going.
We got our equipment, we got our mics, we were like, let's do this. We're gonna do this. We'll learn as we go because we wasn't perfect. Our lighting some days was like, I was like, my lighting, our sound wasn't good, but that didn't deter us. That didn't stop us. And we are here a year later. God is good.
Yes, it is. And we improved. Like a lot of people said that to us, like that they see the improvement along the way as far as our topics, as far as like the background and just our just our appearance on here and our discussions, like
and being comfortable.
Yes, and we've tackled
being comfortable in front of people. Like I'm like, I don't want to be talking in front of everybody, but it taught me to be like, listen, be yourself, be comfortable. You talking with your girls and your guys, you just having kitchen talk table, encouraging one another, and so that helped me as well.
Absolutely, definitely. So I just for the new year, I want us to still keep going. I feel like we definitely have, like, we got this, 2020 down, and it's like we definitely improved, I think, tremendously with considering that it was only 12 months. Absolutely. And I just think with this new year, like, I just want us to all be able to learn from each other and empower each other. Yes. And just whatever information we can bring to the table. If there's any guests out there, if you got a story to tell, if you got a victory story, because I'm always want to be inspiring, even if it's not, we can use this as a therapy session too. Absolutely. So I want to do that. I want to be able to help. We can help out each other along with other people in their lives.
Yes, absolutely. I agree. So if any of you guys in our chat room, Facebook, YouTube Live, if you guys have a story you just want to share and you don't have a platform to share it, yes, reach out to us. We have Facebook page. We have an Instagram page. DM us, and we'll definitely get it popping. We're talking about we both have businesses, and in the whole year we really didn't touch on it. If you guys out there have businesses, and because one day we're gonna do a show on that, definitely 2021 on our businesses. Let's get a few people and talk about your businesses. Small businesses matter. Yes,
Black businesses.
Absolutely. Hey, O, Happy New Year.
Yes. Hey, my cousin. Yes, Theodore, Katie. Like, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Happy New Year to you guys.
Yes.
And yeah, so what about your episodes? Do you want to start with your favorite episode? Like, I wanna talk about one of my episodes, or do you want to start with your episode?
I'll start. So we're gonna share some of our favorite. I think all of our shows were pretty good, and I got something out of every show that we had. And it inspired me to do better. It made me have an open mind of different stories that I didn't understand. Some people came out like, huh, you living like that? But it just gives you an open mind and try to understand everybody in their walk of life. But one of mine is, I hope my sound is good. I'm gonna set it up. It was last year, and we were talking about Kobe Bryant, RIP to Kobe Bryant, when he passed away early.
And it's been a year. It's actually been I think this week.
Yeah.
This coming week is going to be a year.
Yeah. That show was pretty rough, but it was a good show. And we talked about Gail, the reporter who did the interview. But I'm gonna play. That was one of my faves. Let's see. Let me set it up. Hold on.
And while you set that up, I'm just gonna say R.I.P. to Kobe Bryant. I saw that it was. I started looking it up because the report is supposed to be out from the national NTBS. The report's supposed to be done. It's been a year, so I was Googling as I do to see did they come to a conclusion as to what happened with Kobe's plane, like the helicopter? It hasn't come out because I looked it up. It's been a year now, and they still have not come up with the final conclusion as to what happened to that helicopter, what caused it to go down.
Wow.
So.
Sharon. Go ahead, you start yours. Let me work on mine.
Okay, wait, let me show mine right now. So one of my favorites is about open. Oh, wait. What?
Freedom. I am free to.
Wait, okay. Y'all heard it, but that is from our discussion about open marriages. And I really think that was. Let me tell you something. I really think a lot of people who are married, they want an open marriage on the low. Because let me tell you something, that was one of our best episodes. A lot of people tuned in. Even when I put up a clip on my Instagram, that's like one of the most watched clips on my Instagram ever.
It is.
And a lot of people tuned into that episode about the advice that she gave about being in a polygamous relationship.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is, but let me tell you something. A lot of people tuned into it. So I'm gonna just play my clip about. Let me see.
That was a good one, because I didn't understand that life completely. But she definitely touched on a lot of things and gave me a little bit of better understanding of that life.
Yeah, she definitely did. Let me. Okay, wait a second. I don't know why mine is not. Okay, here we go. Okay, share. And wait a second. Let me play it right here. Do you see it?
Look at the natural hair, honey. Yes, I see it.
Okay, wait, let me just back it up.
There you go.
Wait, why is it not playing? Just 1 second.
Personally, the biggest benefit of it is self-discovery and the freedom. I am free to have the connections with people that I genuinely experience with them, not having to like pretend that some feelings aren't there because we can't do this with each other.
Oh,
personally, the biggest benefit of it is self-discovery and the freedom. I am free to have the connections with people that I genuinely experience with them, not having to like pretend that some feelings aren't there because we can't do this with each other because I have someone else. So if you think about it, romantic love is the only form of love that we do this with. When people have children, you have one child and you have a second child, they don't say, okay, well now you got to get rid of the first child because you can only love one child. We don't do that in family. We're like, you can only love one parent. If you make a friend and then you make a new friend, well, you got to get rid of the first friend because you made a new friend. We don't do that with any other form of love that we have a relationship, but we do it with romantic love. And so I think personally the biggest benefit of it is self-discovery and the freedom. I am free to...
I don't know. Mine was just going on. Did you get the point? Did you hear it?
I did. Yeah, self-discovery. But no, I heard it. So that was one of your faves?
Yeah. So what do you think about that episode?
That episode was an eye-opening. Again, I did not understand the life. But she broke it down where I was like, wow, okay. And because I always talk to you about this, I'm a realist, right? And I just feel like 80% of men and women will cheat in a marriage or in a relationship. I do. And I always say, I wouldn't really mind having a little wifey and a husband.
Wifey?
Okay. No, whatever. But you know what I'm saying? And I say that now, and then when I get into it, I'll be like, whoa. But I'm just a realist. And sometimes I feel and when you have these open marriages, you kind of like you're in somewhat complete. You have this one, you have this one. A partner can really fulfill majority of your needs, and you have somebody else might do what the other person is not doing. I don't know. I was just more open. And she gave good. She explained it. She gave good examples of her lifestyle. And so I don't knock it. I don't judge nobody. If that makes you happy, then be happy. And that was that. That was a good show though. And we had a lot of views for that show.
And the reason why I showed that particular clip, because I as I always say, like I have a degree in psychology, and it always amazes me as to like the human behavior and things like that. And I just feel like she made like such a valid point. Like a monogamous relationship, sexual relationship, that's the only relationship where we are like monogamous, where we can't have a second, a third, a fourth. You're allowed to love all your kids, love all your friends, love all your family, but you have to love one person sexually. And why is that? Like, why? Like, I know, like, listen, the ego, everything else, we all get jealous, but I'm just wondering, why is it that we don't have more than one partner? Like, just the psychology of me is thinking, like, why is it that way? And I think she has such a valid point.
Yeah. Because the Bible says there will be a man and a woman. He ain't say 2 men, 2 women, or 3. That's what the Bible says. I'm just saying that's what the Bible says.
But then, like,
my church people out there.
I mean, that's true. I get it as far as the church and as far as like the God that Christians. I mean, that's the Christian belief. But what about the other beliefs? Like, there's other religions out there that they also believe that we should have more than one.
Yeah, respectfully.
Wife. And we should be in a whole village raising each other's kids and having more wives and more husbands and just being a happy family. God says you got to love, everyone.
Yeah.
So, I mean, people can interpret that different ways.
Right. That's what I say. If whatever makes you happy, it has to make you happy. And if you can't, it don't matter what nobody say or how they feel. If you're happy with 3 other partners, then be happy. That's your life, right? I've learned not to judge. Like listen.
Did you see my cousin's comment on the screen?
Is this Span is your cousin?
Yes, that's my cousin.
He said, please, it's Sunday.
Listen, he has his religion. Polygamy, people consider that, like they have their religions, Muslims. I'm not Muslim, but A lot of them, they have more than one wife. Like, I don't,
Yeah.
So we can't knock each other. We're not the ones
Absolutely.
to judge, like you said.
Exactly. Period.
So I don't
Your
know.
mom, your mom says her favorite was the Colby one. Still heartbreaking. And the retired cops. Oh yeah, that was a good one. The retired cops perspective on racism because I wanted to go further with him and have a debate. Looking forward to part 2. Yes, Ma. That was a good one though.
Girl, we got to go on his podcast because
I
that
know.
podcast, he's so controversial with his like beliefs as far as being a black cop.
Really?
But we'll
Yeah.
discuss that another time when we on his episode. But I don't know. That was my favorite. So do you want to show your okay, you put up a comment. What does that say?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Elaine
Elaine.
say, I can't see it. My eyes are blurry.
Okay. My eyes are blurry.
No, it got sometimes mascara gets on my contact and it is awful.
Yes, baby. Elaine, hi E. Thanks for joining. Elisa is definitely right about our religions because believing in multiple partners, but you ever notice how it's the men with multiple women and not vice versa?
Oh my God. Yes.
Facts. That is so true. You don't hear too many women with 5 men, right?
No,
Like
because it's like men are allowed to be the supreme beings. It's like they almost allowed to have all of these wives where we got to be the sister wife and stuff like that. Like, why can't we have multiple husbands and they be and they not have anyone?
Right. I agree.
I know my cousin tunes out. He probably he said, please, this Sunday. You'll be all right, Noonie.
Noonie. But that is so true, though. That is so true.
Yeah. So, what about your favorite episode?
All right. Let me see if I can line it up now. Let's see. Hold on. Heads in. Let me get it.
Okay. Should I play mine while you get it together over there? Should I play my second one? I be getting impatient.
Go.
No, I don't. I can wait.
No, go, because it's not going. Hold on.
Okay, so my next episode is this one. I just loved his advice. Okay, you got yours going? Okay.
Okay, yeah, wait, hold on. Heads on. Oh. No, go. Go ahead. It's not doing it.
Okay, so mine was this one. Which one? Okay, let me pull it up. Go back. Okay, it was definitely the one with
Absolutely.
Jason Weaver.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Jason Weaver, as everyone know, he played in a Jackson 5 movie. Like, he played a younger Michael Jackson. He's like an acclaimed actor. I love him. But his response in this particular clip came from when my cousin, Theodore Spain, said that he's a underrated actor. And I just loved his response because this is like, you could take this into the new year, every new year. Like, I just think like this is kind of like a New Year's resolution and just something that we all can live by. So I just love his response here. So let me just play it. Okay.
Right. The things that will satisfy me individually, I'm giving them automatic.
Okay, why it's not playing? Just 1 second. Okay. Just 1 second.
Take your time, baby.
What do you mean? I'll keep it real. I'll keep it real. Like, I respect when people say that because that's their opinion, right? But I don't feel that way. Like, first of all, I've been blessed all my life. I've been in this business since I was 5 years old, working consistently. I'm 41 years old. There's still, even in the second half of my life, there's still a story that has been written out for me that I'm walking in, that I'm living right now. there's no telling what tomorrow could bring. I could get that role tomorrow that could propel me to that level of success where I get the Oscar and all of that. But you know what? I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
You know, I know that God has my back. I know that I have a purpose. I know that I'm here for a reason. I know that what I've been blessed with. I feel what's burning inside of me. And I know that there's more energy to put out and more creative energy to put out and to be received. So I move on that frequency because I honestly do believe that when artists move in that way of, oh, I'm not getting recognized enough, oh, I'm underrated, then they're moving out of ego. They're not moving out of love. You know what I'm saying? And ego, your ego can block you from a lot of blessings. But I've had that in my life. So I've learned to move from a position of love, whether it be in the personal realm, in my personal life, or whether it be in my professional life. And when I realized, or I've been able to see through examples, that when I move in that way and I allow myself to be utilized by God, and, you know, a higher calling, a higher spirit,
Right.
the things that will satisfy me individually, I'm giving them automatic.
So that's particularly my favorite like comments of all of our episodes.
Yeah.
And
He said your ego will prevent you from a whole lot of stuff. I love that part.
Why isn't my screen not sharing? Like, what am I doing?
Let me remove
It's still shared, right?
No, it's there. I got you.
You can still see me, or is it still being shared?
No, I see you now.
Okay. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I love that piece of advice.
Yeah.
Because I just think a lot of times our ego does get before us. It's like we gotta focus on ourselves, not look at it. Even with social media, that can definitely make you feel like, oh my God, this person is doing that, that person is doing that. Instead of feeling like inspired, it's like we feel like we're competing. Right. So I definitely feel like that is.
And he said he moves in love. Like if it ain't love, then it's not void. Like I move in love, and what's for him. And like I told him after he said that, what's for him is for him. Like if he never win an award or a Grammy, he did what he was supposed to do, and that was serve whoever at that time. Like his music, his movies, speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? So, he was a dope guest. He was a dope guest. Very, very kind, down to earth. He was good. I'm not playing with your cousin. Ebony was not playing with that baby hair.
I don't know why I can't see the camera.
He said Ebony was not playing with that baby hair. No, I wasn't.
He did.
You got to get them baby hairs laced. Okay, cuz?
I'm glad my cousin is still here because, you know, he gets a little bit, when we start talking about worldly topics as far as open marriages, he not
feeling that.
No, absolutely not. But I'm glad he's still with us. But yeah, your baby is.
So yeah, my video, he's laughing. My videos is acting up. So again, one of my favorites, because all of them were good, was the Kobe Bryant episode. And also when we were talking about the when you first meet somebody. And they want to take you on a date and they take you to like Fridays. Maybe a cousin can chime in. They want to take you to Fridays or, you know, one of the chain restaurants. Do you have a problem with that? And that really opens up our chat room. We had a good discussion and it was good. That was one of my good ones. I always love the relationship topics.
Yeah.
You know, so that we can learn. And also, the classic one was when you brought up the episode when your friend made your man a plate at the cookout. People are still talking about that episode today.
Really?
People are still talking about that episode today. They like, yo, Elisa is funny.
Because listen, the stuff that I can write a book on, like things that has happened, like that is real life that people really have issues with. And
Yeah.
that is fixing a plate. I was talking to somebody else last night about that when I was cutting up that clip for us to play, as far as like, and what's you want to explain it like the real quick in case for people that wasn't here?
What, the plate?
Yes, the plate situation.
All right, so we had one episode. If some of you guys missed that one, was one of my favorites. E came up with the scenario, and this happened in real life. They were at a cookout. A few of her friends was at a cookout, and one of her friends, right? Or you made the plate. Who made the plate? You?
No, it was one of my friends had made a plate. The friend had stepped away, and it was two girls and one of the girls' boyfriend.
Right.
So one of the girls stepped away because she was saying hello to people, whatever. So the boyfriend was there with the friend, and the friend went to go get herself a plate. And when she went to go get herself a plate, she got the dude a plate. That's her friend's man. So she got him a plate, served him a plate. When the friend came back from saying hello to everybody and doing whatever, she came back and she was like, "Where's her man?" Because he was missing. He went somewhere to the bathroom or something. And then the girl was explaining to her, "Oh yeah, I think he went to the bathroom because I made him a plate." And then she didn't even want to hear the rest. Whoa. You made my man a plate. And then that's where it went left, because she was not feeling about making her man a plate. That was
her friend.
And crossing a boundary. Yes, that was her friend.
So my question was, you ladies in the chat room, the guys in the chat room right now, my question was, would you have a problem if one of your good friends made your man a plate? That was the question, that episode. And the chat room went crazy. I answered, my answer was, I wouldn't mind if one of my friends made my partner a plate. I would have said, "Thank you so much. I appreciate you." And it also, you have to really look at it like this after our conversation. What type of friend made your friend a plate? Your man a plate. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just saying to a friend of mine, if E made my partner a plate, I wouldn't mind. I would say, "Thank you. I appreciate you." But some people ain't feeling that. And E, you said you wouldn't like it, right? If your friend made your man a plate. Because it opened up the door.
To me, it opens up the door, and I've been in situations like that, like in my younger years, not now as an adult. And my point was in saying that I wouldn't do it. Like, I'm not making your man a plate. First of all, a part of me is really not that helpful. You know how you said, you come over to my house, I'm like, listen,
that's in the refrigerator. The refrigerator's there, it's on the stove.
I'm really real like that. But as far as being extra helpful to your man, like I'm more of a planner. I see ahead, and if I see a collision ahead, I'm going to avoid that collision. And I know things like that could happen where it could be misinterpreted. Where it's not me that I'm afraid of, or me getting turned on by your man or anything. It's him. Men on men, they have hormones. Like, you know what I'm saying? Later on, he could come on to me. And then if he comes on to me, you might look at it as, "Girl, you was being too helpful. Like, why would you do it?" Like, I just want to avoid any possible scenario where I could be at fault. So that's my thing. I'm not fixing your man a plate. So I wouldn't want you to put yourself in that position either. Look out for me, like most of all, just avoid the collision that could come later on.
Right. But I was saying to you that if you even had to question about making my partner a plate, then we really ain't friends. Because I'm just saying, I get what you're saying about it's the dude, right? But it's my response to you making him a plate, right? Then we should check who we got in our circle, because I'm never going to question you. I know you don't have bad intentions, and I know you ain't looking at my partner, because that's the type of relationship we have, right? I don't want to be around friends that I got like, "Ooh, I don't know if I'll make him a plate because she gonna have a little attitude." That's not the circle I want to be around. But I understand, E, what you're saying, though. I completely understand, because I can see it going all the way left. Like, wait a minute, you making him a plate? I got him. You know what I'm saying? I see what you're saying, but I don't want to have friends.
It could be okay in that instance. Like, you could be completely innocent, but I'm just saying later on, like, you can't look at it as the now. Like, sometimes, they say like live in the moment. That's great, live in the moment, but let's be realistic. Things could happen later on in the future. And I just want to know my conscience is clear. You will never have to question me shaking my ass in front of your man to go get him a plate. You don't ever have to
Gotcha.
look back on that after he does come on to me later on, or something may happen later on where he's like, why don't you be more like Elisa? Like, I
Right.
just don't want to ever make it where you can say to me, you was being way too helpful. Like, you need to, calm it down
Yeah.
a little bit.
Right.
Like, that's
gotcha.
the only thing for later, not in that moment. I'm speaking about
Right.
later on. Like, I just
Right.
want to keep myself clear. It's kind of like being a defensive driver. Like, it's
Mhm.
not me. Like, you want to defend
your
what could come
partner.
out there later on. Like,
Right.
like I want to defend what he may say later.
Gotcha.
So
I
you
got
can't
you.
say nothing. So it's just like in that kind of scenario, like, I don't know. I
Gotcha.
want to avoid it.
Got you. Elaine says if it's one of my ABCs, like her aces, or one of her families, then she's okay with it. Anybody else, she like deuces. I got my man's plate. So a lot of people felt the same way. Like, I'm good, he good, he good. I got it. Don't worry, baby. But if
There's
it's
been
like one of
times
you guys, my
where
friend,
a husband has slept with a sister
absolutely,
or a cousin.
yeah,
Men, women too, don't discriminate.
right,
And I mean, listen, my man could come on to you, your man could come on to me, and it could be a whirlwind of a situation where it's like, the fan is the ish is hitting everywhere. I
right,
just want to keep myself clear from the fan hitting me. The ish hitting me.
right. You don't want no parts of it, right?
My cousin, here he go.
Also, Elisa was jaded based on crazy friends all her life.
That could be a possibility. That could be true.
From your
I've had
experiences. Right.
Huh?
You probably went through or seen a friend do it to another friend. So you kind of like, so I guess it goes
one of
with
my
our
closest friends. One of my closest friends. I remember I went over to her house. I knew her since I was 10. I think 5th grade. What are you, 9? And I remember I went over to visit my god kids. I told you the story. I went over to visit my god kids. Innocent. I swear to God, I don't play that with no man. I keep my distance. I say hello, keeps it moving. They know not to play around me. But I was over the house visiting my kids because she worked a lot of hours. So, and I didn't even plan to visit. The kids was like, I passed by and they was outside. They was like, come on in. But I remember they took my phone out. The camera, it was years ago. So the cameras didn't have, the phones didn't have cameras in it at that time, but I always carried around a camera with me. So they went to my bag, started taking pictures of everything. And I just remember the next time I went over there, the kids once again went to my bag, started taking out pictures, showing everybody in the family. And there was one picture with her husband in it. Like, so, I wasn't looking back in the storage car to see where the picture came from with the husband and stuff. And he had like a t-shirt, like a wife beater on. Nobody said anything, but when I got home, she said to me, let me ask you a question. Like, why is there a picture of my husband with a wife beater on naked? She didn't even say wife beater. She said, why is a picture of my husband in your phone naked? Now, mind you, the kids was in my bag taking pictures of everything. I don't know who took that picture, but I know it wasn't me. I don't know who took the picture, but like I said, it wasn't me. So when she started questioning me, I just automatically hit the roof. Like, what? I was like, ask your man, did I take that picture? You don't even got to ask me. Why did it even come to me? Ask your man if we effing around, and then you'll get your answer. Why is it coming to me? He knows, and I'm not doing nothing with your man.
Wow.
But a part of me feels like, should I have stopped over? It's not even that. But the part of it is, should I have stopped over her house without her being there to visit my godkids?
Got you. Because those are your godkids. Okay, got you.
Those are my godkids. But should I have stopped? Was I in the wrong for even go? Or this is what I'm saying. This is what I learned now.
I see what you're saying.
I probably wouldn't go to my friend's house if she's not there, even though my godkids are there and they stopping and they waving the car down. Come in. I should have been like, no, gave them a kiss and kept them moving and not have went into the house. And that's what I'm saying. It taught me from there, like,
I see what you're saying.
You gotta keep your distance.
Gotta be very careful.
That was when I was 30 something years old. I knew her since I was in the 5th grade.
Great, yeah. Did it hurt you? Did that bother you? Did it hurt you? Did it bother
me to this day because we still don't speak. We still have not spoken since that time, and that was 10 plus years ago. She never apologized. She broke up. Well, she was young then. She's an adult now, so I think now she looks back on it like I was there from her birth. I mean, raised her even though I was a teenager, I still was a part of her life, everything.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think at that point she was like 10 years old and now she's in her 20s. So I think
Right.
now she looks at it like she can't forget about me. She did start acting funny toward me, but now she's in her 20s. I think she's realized
older now.
She's older now, and she gotta know, like, I was there for her, bringing her cupcakes to schools, going to field trips, doing everything I could, teaching her math, everything I could. So you can't deny that I wasn't an influence, a positive influence in your life. And the part that bothered me is the mother, my friend, never apologized, never said sorry. She done left that no good man. I think he tried to break up our friendship because he saw how tight we were. And I think that was his motive. And it worked. But she never even apologized for it. So it's like after that, it's like, I don't think I want to ever get like,
now I understand.
My distance.
I understand how you feel now. I never knew that. So now I see why you be like, listen, I'm good on making the play. Let my girlfriend do it. Because that fast, it can go all the way left. You know what I'm saying? So I think our experience, what we experienced growing up and in, you know, our childhood, our teenage, our early 20s, 30s is how we react to different situations. So I get it. That's
and it's
crazy.
like, exactly. And that's why it's like, now I think about it, I would change my actions because I should have avoided even going into that house, knowing that, you know, she wasn't there, even though my heart was so genuine to see my godkids. I learned from that experience.
Wow.
And that was 10 plus years ago. But now it's like, I don't want to ever put myself in that predicament.
Right. That's crazy. Well, this has been, there's so many more episodes that we could go crazy on.
Yeah.
I just want to mention, and this will be one of my little final things, but I want to mention to you, I want to talk to you, right? Because
when you say you, who?
You,
me, or just the
my co-host, my friend.
Okay.
My sister, my traveling buddy. I want to take this opportunity to thank you for this journey. You invited me into this platform, and I'm grateful that you chose me. You could have chose anybody else, right? Aww. But you chose me, and so I thank you. It has been a journey, a beautiful journey, a uplifting journey, inspiring, and everything always don't be perfect. When we come on, we doing this, we got to do this, we got to do this, but we made it 1 year. God is amazing. And so let me just say this, Proverbs 27:17, iron sharpens iron. Let me say it again. Proverbs in the Bible for my church people, 27:17, iron sharpens iron. If you hang around with 4 broke people, you'll be the 5th broke person. Absolutely. If you hang around 4 miserable people, you will be the 5th miserable people. If you hang around 4 unhappy people that's unhappy with themselves, you will be the 5th person that's unhappy. And so I'm saying that to say, when I'm around you, I dream. That's super facts, right?
Oh, that is.
Listen, if you don't have no friends that you around and you ain't dreaming, then they not your friends. If you don't have friends that you're around that inspires you and push you, then they not your friends. They called associates. And so I'm saying this to everybody out there that's listening. 2021, get around people that's inspiring you, that's supporting you, that's pushing you. I don't want to be around nobody that I'm just sitting and I'm sitting still and I'm in the same spot that I was in 2019, 2020. No, get around people that's going to inspire you. And that's what E does. And I'm saying this with a pure heart. You play too much.
I appreciate that.
Inspires me to do better. And I just want to let you know that I love you with all my heart. I cherish our friendship. And let's keep going. Let's do another year, inspiring people, motivating, getting good guests on and all that good stuff. I love you, co-host.
I love you too, girl. So let me just, I feel like I got to respond to that.
Whatever. Stop playing.
No, I do. You know, I love you. Everybody be knowing, like, You don't act like that to me when me and you are together. It's like we just have that chemistry, as everybody says. And it's like one thing I do is I feed off of energy. Like I love energy, chemistry. That's my thing. It's like I don't care how you look. I don't need to have the fabulous girlfriends, even though you are fabulous, girl. You don't have to have the red bottoms or nothing, even though you wear the red bottoms.
Whatever, stop playing.
I just I'm just saying, I feed off of energy and just chemistry. And I think we have amazing chemistry and we can do a lot together. Like not even just this podcast. I see us doing just
business
from here on. Yes, we gotta merge, we gotta do things, and this alone is a business, but I know we can do bigger and better things. And it's not a lot of people you can do that with, even your closest friends, my closest friends. You know, a lot of times you just don't have that chemistry in certain areas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just think like we are amazing together. And, you know, even on our own right, like I just believe that there's so much more in store for us as a friendship and our podcast businesses. Absolutely. And that's what I'm looking forward to for the new year. Like I appreciate us, you still putting in this energy. It's not just my idea, even though I like started it from my brother's house, but you still continuing it. Like a lot of people flop on you.
Yeah.
And they don't continue. And it's like, damn, my dream. You know how many people in a podcast group that I'm in, and they've had so many issues with their co-host and finding a new co-host and doing things where it totally just is, you know, flops. But we still keeping it going. And I know we can work it out. Like a friendship is like a relationship, like you are in with a man. It's like stuff you work on, and we just got to continue to work on it. Yes. And somebody want to ask a question. I don't know. Let me put him on. I don't know. Somebody want to ask a question. I don't know. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, you on air.
You on air?
Where are you?
You're on air. Can you ask your question, please?
I don't have a question.
You just okay. Goodbye. Anyway.
Wait. Hello.
Can you ask a question? Are you gonna ask a question? Because you've been dying to ask a question. Are you gonna ask it?
What should I ask?
Never mind. Sorry, guys. Sorry, audience. This person was dying saying they wanted to come on in and ask a question, and now they stuck. So So with saying what I said, because we've been on for a while now. So it's a new year.
Absolutely.
We're gonna have renewed hope.
Absolutely.
New opportunities, new adventures, new ways to give and love. Mm-hmm. And may this year be your best year and our best year.
Our best year. Yes. To everybody in the chat room, may this year be your best year. We praying for all you guys. Just so that we can prosper and move forward and just live your best life. Because that's what God wants us to do, live our best life. I love you guys for joining. I see you, I see Monique. I see Mom E. I see everybody in our Facebook chat. We thank you so much for just joining in, taking time out of you guys' busy schedule just to check us out. We appreciate you guys. We don't take that light. Every Sunday at 5 p.m., we are back. We will have a new episode, new guests coming on next Sunday. And let's keep going, E. Happy anniversary, baby.
Happy anniversary, baby.
I love
you,
girl,
and love all of our chat rooms.
Yes, sweetheart.
See you next time. Next Sunday, 5 p.m.
5 p.m., guys. We love you.